All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to elder apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, teach all truth and sincerity. Um, this is going to be called Esau Will Always Hate Jacob, Israelites. Uh, this is Zechariah 11, verse 4. Thus saith Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. It says, thus saith the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. The flock of the slaughter are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the confusion of faces of our people. Those are the flock of the slaughter. Verse 5, it says, who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord. So these heathens, the so-called white man, who's Esau, who are our possessors, have slayed us for hundreds of years. They have slayed our people and continue to, slay our people and, have, hatred and crime against our people, because they police us in the streets and hang us and lynch us still to this day. So they're still slaying us, and either they slay us, they mentally enslave us, they spiritually keep us down, keep our people down. So and then, there's some so-called white people that their family didn't have slaves, but they still say, that was hundreds of years ago. Can you forgive me? That was hundreds of years ago. Or there's certain white people that their family owned slaves, but then they say, that wasn't me. I didn't enslave you. Like, why you gotta be so harsh about it? But it says in Revelations, he that leaveth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with sword shall be killed with a sword. These are the patience and faith of the saints. The saints are the Israelites. So, and I basically paraphrased that scripture. But these Edomites, who are so-called white people, will come. If you talk about slavery in front of them, they'll say that was hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Get over it. But that's not that's not in the scriptures. The Most High Yahweh said, I remember. Most High Yahweh never forgets. Will never forget what the so-called white man did to our people, and he's going to return that back to their own head. So that's not going to be unchecked or unchecked for anything. But anyway, back to the scripture. This is Zechariah 11:5 says, "Who possessors slay them, hold themselves not guilty." So they slay and have murdered our people and rape, rob, and murder our people, and they still think that they're not going to get punished for that, or they just don't think that is don't think that is a cause for retaliation, because in court they have a judicial system that's against our people more than likely, but with their people it's not against them, because they'll go to the judicial system, the jury and judge judicial system, and they will get off, but our people will get years. And that even shows that this place is not for us anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna read the rest of first Zechariah 11:5. Whose possessions slay them, hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pay them not. And our people, the ones that are supposed to be our leaders, like Jesse Jackson and them, they don't care about our people. They put our people, they keep our people docile. They're under the hand of the so-called white man. Just like Martin Luther Queen. Martin Luther King Jr. He put our people. He brought our people to the white man. Brought our people to slaughter. He sold our people out to the white man. So our leaders, which are our shepherds, are not don't pity us because they're not for us. They're against us. They put our people in a predicament where we are more oppressed. Because when we had our own restaurants, our own businesses, we were better off. But when they sold us out, we lost everything. And the so-called white man burned down our cities that we had. So my next scripture is, and then when we come and tell our people the truth that about everything that the so-called white man has done to our people, and they hate us and everything, we looked at as the enemy. So my next scripture is Amos. It's Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom. And for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetual. And he kept his wrath forever. Because so-called white man has had perpetual hatred for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans from the beginning. And the modern day sword today is the gun. So the so-called white man has used the gun on our people for now and back then. During the 15 between the 15 and 1800s, he's used that gun on us, because even 1900s, because they've always had that perpetual hatred on our people. So from modern day, from hundreds of years ago to now, they've used the gun to shoot down our people, because they've always had that perpetual hatred for us, and that's going to last forever. And the Most High is not going to forget all the bloodshed that Esau has shed for our people. He's not going to forget that. My next scripture is Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 6 verse 22. It's Jeremiah 6 verse 22. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, a people coming from the country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. Oh, Salaki. Jeremiah 6:22. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, a people coming from the north country, and the great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea, and they ride upon horses, and set in array as men for war against the old daughter of Zion. It said in the curses, or it says in the scripture, it says, a nation with fierce countenance, which shall not uh, regard the old North Shore favor to the young. That's in the curses. Um, that's a nation that will the swift as the eagle's fire. That's Esau. So the Most High brought Esau against our people, and they coming from the North Country shall be raised from the sides of the earth, which North Country is the Americas. They shall lay hold upon bow and spear. They are cruel, which it says as curses. They fierce countenance will should not regard the old nor favor to the young, nor show favor to the young. Because Esau came after our people, and they didn't show mercy to the old or young of our people. And, they rode upon horses. It says they see servants on horses and princes walking as servants on the earth. I paraphrase. I think Lamentations. I believe that's in Lamentations, if I'm not mistaken. But our Esau came against our people with that perpetual hatred towards our people, because when he got us in those chains and got us in bondage, he didn't treat our people in bondage well, and came against our people with a cruel enslavement. It wasn't a enslavement where they showed mercy, unless you were a house slave. But even when you were in the house, you still weren't shown mercy. So, either on the field or in the house, you weren't shown mercy. And Esau always had that perpetual hatred. The so-called white man's always had that perpetual hatred. It's not going to change. So, but I'm going to read down to 20. Well, I read 23. So my next scripture is Sirach. Ecclesiasticus 12, and that's the last one. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, though he humble himself and go crouching. So never trust our number one enemy, which is Esau, because he may humble himself, he may go crouching, and he may show he's a friend in front of you, but he'll stab you in the back if he gets a chance. He'll knock you off your pedestal if he gets a chance. He'll take your seat and act like he was there before you if he gets a chance. Because, the beginning of before Esau came, all people were brown skinned dark nations. He came on the scene, and he's basically like the not even the beginning of anything, like the so-called Salakia. I'm basically trying to explain, like, Esau is not the beginning of these different people that he tried to betray. Like, he tried to betray himself as these different nationalities or different nations that he hardly named. Like, he tried to portray himself as the Hamites, when the Hamites, the Egyptians. He tried to portray himself as the Egyptians, but the real Egyptians were really tall and dark skinned, and they were really tall people. They're really tall people. That's the original Egyptians. But Esau he could never stay in that desert for a long time. But anyway, Salakia, get back to the topic, is Esau, if he humble himself and he, like it says, go crouching, he'll try to knock you off your pedestal, like I was saying, and he'll try to overthrow you. And that's what it means. Like he'll stab you in the back if he gets a chance. And the thing about uh, knowing when it says never trust thy enemy, when you around your enemy, be circumspect and be spiritual. And always be circumspect, be wise as a serpent, and harmless as a dove. But don't be too harmless, because you know when you try to do that trickery and try to trick your ass, you find a way to get out of that mess. Because you know Esau is sneaky as hell. You know, so I'm gonna end it with that. I'm gonna say, but the thing is, Esau will always have perpetual hatred for Jake. He'll always have it, and that's the reason why never trust your enemy. Never trust the so-called white man. So anyway, all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, and salutations to Akim, teaching all truths and sincerity, and say shalom.